Hello and thank you for watching my 248 video tutorial. In the previous lectures we have assembled this layout and we have added almost all the game objects that we are going to have in our scene. I have noticed that we already have all the text added to our scene, so I can apply our custom font to all the text components. So I'll go to the hierarchy tab and I will hold down Ctrl and I select every single text that we have in our scene. I select the text in our button and in the score HUDs, and once I have all these text components selected, I will go to our fonts folder and I remember that this second font is Clear Sans Regular, and I will grab it and drag it into the font property in the settings for this text. I will substitute the default Arial font with this Clear Sans. Once I release, we can see that the font for all the text components that we have in our scene has changed for this new Clear Sans Regular font. But for some of these components I would like to actually have Clear Sans Bold font. I think I'd like to have my title bold, and I would like to also have these score numbers in bold font, so I will apply bold font to them in the same manner, and this looks much better in my opinion. Another thing that I can do is I have noticed that we have this logo 248 of much darker color than we have on our sample screenshot, so I can go and select all the text that we have in this dark color. This is our 248 text, our tip text, and our lower text. And I can go to their color, select the color picker, and pick the color from this text that says 248 on our sample screenshot. Now it looks much prettier. One thing that bugs me is this new game button. Once I resize it, oh, right now this works, so I have resized our game button a little bit and we still have our phrase new game fit in one line. That's brilliant. And actually the last thing that I wanted to talk about in this video, I will zoom in a little bit on this text in our sample screenshot that says join the numbers and get to the 248 tile. This phrase on the last line that says 248 tile is highlighted with bold styling. So I would like to tell you how we can achieve the same effect. Actually, one way to do this, but it's really inefficient, is that we can manually create a separate text component that we will set to bold. Let's actually try and select our tip text in the scene. So I'll go to the scene and here we see our tip text. It might seem that the text is not very sharp and really blurry, but once we run our game the text will be much sharper. Very intuitive thing to do would be just to go to this text script that is attached to our text, and we can see that there's this property called font style that now says normal, so I can make our text normal, bold or italic, and if I hit bold it applies bold styling to the whole text, which we do not want. And even if I return it back to normal and I can select parts of this text here in this window, and if I right now hit bold, it doesn't matter because once again all the text becomes bold, so I will return it to normal. Luckily there is another option for doing this. There's this another property called RichText. Right now RichText is enabled, so I'll go to this text window and create some RichText filters. I will open and close these angle brackets and I will type B, and in the end of the text I will open and close the angle brackets again and I will type B once again. And right now it doesn't look good. The only thing I have to do is I have to add a slash before the last letter B, and once I type in the slash you can see that the text 248 tile becomes highlighted with bold styling. So this way we can highlight parts of our text. Actually B stands for bold, so we have just used a bold filter here, and I can change B for example I stands for italic, so I can make our 248 tile text italic. We can also change size and even color with RichText features, so I will show you how to change the size of our text. Right now I will delete this I and I'll just type size equals, and I'll type in 20, Then I'll go to our last filter that says I, and I will say size instead. And we can see that all the text is really small, and this phrase 2 over 8 tile right now is bigger than all the other text. We can play with it and make it even bigger, like, I don't know, 40. So we can see that the text during the numbers is barely visible, and this phrase 2 over 8 tile is huge. I guess I'll return to what we originally intended and just type in B, and in the end also B, to make this text highlighted in bold. I'll zoom out and we can check out our screenshot and see that we have a similar effect on this other phrase that says how to play, use swipe, and so on, and in the end merge into one is also highlighted. So I'll shift and select this text component that has the same phrase, and I'll go to its text property and type in our RichText tags. If you have any previous experience with HTML, it will come very naturally to you, but if you don't, we will keep it really simple and we will just use the bold tag in this game. So I will again open and close these angle brackets that we used to say more than and less than in code, and in the end I will type in B and add a slash, and for merge into one I will do the same, B, and in the end I will open and close angle brackets slash B. So in this video we have taken a little break from adding new UI objects to our scene, and instead we tried to focus more on the visual qualities of our game layout, and I think it paid off. Our game is looking really much better. You have also learned how to add custom styling to parts of our text with the help of RichText features. In the next video we will talk about another very important concept of working with Unity UI that is called UI anchoring. It will help us build user interfaces that will work on different screen sizes and different screen resolutions. So thank you for watching this lecture, and see you in the next video.